Welcome back to Inside the PGTI. In the third round of the 2015 Hemisphere PGTI Masters at the Noida Golf Course, those remaining in the fray had their task cut out in tough conditions. For the chasing pack, the job at hand was to overhaul sole leader Mukesh Kumar, who led by 3 strokes from Amardeep Singh Malik at the halfway mark. Chipping in for an eagle on the 8th and firing 4 birdies among 2 bogeys to stay just 1 shot off the lead. Bangalore's Chikarangappa was slowly emerging as another strong title contender as the third round progressed. The 21-year-old sank 4 birdies between just 1 bogey, climbing rapidly up to 4th on the leaderboard. For another experienced hand who had quietly crept up almost unnoticed. Shamim Khan of Delhi would go on. Shamim's controlled hitting made the difference between him and the others in the ultimate analysis. Tied third overnight and 4 strokes behind the leader Mukesh at the start of round 3, he had surged strongly to go ahead by a nose after making birdies on each and every par 5 hole. Shamim had changed his clubs recently, but his form certainly didn't change in round 4. The 37-year-old continued from where he had left off in round 3, sinking an early birdie on the 2nd. That in fact filled Shamim with confidence, and he would keep himself in front by not dropping any strokes over the next 11 holes. As Shamim had predicted earlier, the business end of the competition brought with it its own added pressures, and it was certainly beginning to tell on Mukesh. After making par scores on the first 6 holes, Mukesh had a couple of costly bogeys on the 7th and 9th, which saw him conceding more ground to Amardeep. The Noida-based golfer had been eager to capitalize on any slip-ups right from the start, and this great chip straight in for a birdie on the 6th had earlier set him on his way to challenging Shamim hard for the crown. With Shamim and Amardeep threatening to pull away, Mukesh was under pressure to fire birdies if he had to keep alive his title hopes. But the rub of the green wasn't going his way, literally as well as metaphorically. 5 straight pars between the 11th and the 15th pegged him back. Amardeep's fortunes were much the same, as he too began to lag behind Shamim come the 15th. By that hole, all eyes were on the leader, and as the crown started to come within his grasp, Shamim played with much more freedom, expressing himself and entertaining those who had turned out to watch an engrossing final day's action. The The sideshow to Shamim's title charge had been the battle between Amardeep and Mukesh for second place. Mukesh had trailed Amardeep for a major part of the day, but Amardeep would find all the hazards, the water and then the bunkers right towards the end. A double bogey on the 18th made it a heartbreaking finish for the hometown hero. Scant consolation it was for Mukesh, but he still managed to close it out with an even par on the 18th. That ensured second place for him in the final standings and also earned him the runners-up prize of 3 lakh rupees. The day, however, would belong to that man. Shamim had managed an error-free round all the way up to the 18th and would soon set up an easy putt for an 11th career title and a 9th PGTI tournament win. ₹4.5 lakh thoroughly deserved rupees in the bag for the popular Shamim, who was quickly surrounded by his supporters and mates.
सीज़न का स्टार्ट हो रहा है तो प्लेयर के लिए सीज़न के स्टार्टिंग में विनिंग मिलना आने वाले टूर्नामेंटों के लिए काफ़ी कॉन्फिडेंट बढ़ाता है तो बहुत ज़्यादा महत्व रखता है कि सीज़न की स्टार्टिंग में आपको विन मिले.
Confirmation then of how they all stacked up eventually. In the end, it was a win by a fairly comfortable margin for Shamim after it had looked at one stage as though it would go right down to the wire. Youngsters Halin Joshi and Pratap Atwal were thoroughly impressive as well, but in difficult conditions, it was the greater experience and knowledge of Shamim and Mukesh that made them the men to beat. This title triumph helped Shamim, who had finished 6th in the opening event of the season a week earlier, to climb to 2nd in the 2015 Rolex rankings. So many congratulations for Shamim, and time for us to say goodbye as well on that note. Till next time, thanks so much for watching.